I bought this book when I was in, I don't know if you see, anyway, this is about Rabbi Mendel Futerfas. There's stories that he told to some people that used to stay by their house in California. He used to go there to collect money for different institutions here in Chabad. Anyway, so I'll tell you one of the stories. And one of the stories is that when he was in prison, so the prisoners would play cards, and that was forbidden. They didn't want them to have any diversion whatsoever. They wanted them to suffer over there in prison. Anyway, they didn't want them to play cards, but they played cards, and the guards would hear them play cards. They would hear the shuffling and this, and so the guard would burst into the room, and he would look, where are the cards? I said, what cards? I heard you playing cards. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no cards. I said, okay, no cards, watch this. And he started frisking everybody, and he couldn't find the cards. So we left. The guard left. And 15, 20 minutes later, here's the cards again, shuffling the cards. So he burst back into the room, and this time he brought some other people with him, and other guards, and they searched the whole room thoroughly, and they frisked everybody down, didn't find any cards. And they left, and about 15, 20 minutes later, they heard the cards again. They heard him shuffling cards. So he came back into the room, whatever, and it made everybody undress, and he checked all their clothes. And in a prison room, there's not too many hiding places, you know. They took about the beds and everything, and they couldn't find it. And he left, and they heard the cards again. So he came back into the room. He said, "Okay, I'm letting you play cards. You can play cards. I promise you, I won't take it out. Tell me what you did it. Either he did it or Reb Mendel asked him. I don't remember what it was. Let's say, for the sense of clarity, that Rabbi Mendel Futerfas asked the prisoners, and how you do it? How do you do it? He was one of the prisoners himself. How did you do it? I mean, I saw you playing cards, and all of a sudden, why couldn't they find the cards? So this is very simple. One of the prisoners was a pickpocket, and he was very good at being a pickpocket. And he said, as soon as the guard comes in, I take the cards and I put it in the guard's pocket. I put it into his pocket. And he searches around, he can't find it. And before he leaves, I pick his pocket and I take those cards out. That's how good he was at it. And the guard therefore the guard was looking around everywhere except for where the cards really were, on himself. And Rabbi Mendel Futerfas said, from this, I learned a very deep lesson, that sometimes what you're looking for, it's already found on you. You're just not looking in the right place. Whether for good, sometimes a person is looking for inspiration, or he's looking for, talent, and really he's got it. He just has to open it up. Courage. And sometimes the opposite. You blame other people for irritating you or for getting you mad and for this. And really the problem is inside of you. You're just looking around for everybody else. That's one of the many lessons that Rabbi Futerfas learned when he was in prison. Have a good day with Mashiach. Now, God willing, tomorrow, 8:15. Hope to see you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Glad to have you back.